is the general concept is, you know, the regular campaigns, you just knock on doors, nobody's home in most places, and they never get a touch. And you go to these, where I'm doing the candidate debates, but you know, there's one tomorrow night. You know, you have opening speech. You get 2 minutes, and then somebody asks a question, and you got a 30 seconds or to answer. Then maybe or maybe not, you can respond to one of the other candidates, and then the 30 seconds close, or 2 minutes close, and you're gone, right? I mean, and you don't get a chance to interact, and you don't really get a chance to develop any ideas. So there's a central narrative to this campaign. I broke it into 4 talks at the topic. And I'm doing one of those talks in every one of the main communities every week for the first 4 weeks of the campaign. And that's what we're doing. So tonight, this is the second talk in the series. The first talk was about climate change, the climate emergency that the country and the world is facing. And then basically only 3 words you have to know from that one is that the climate emergency is real, it's very serious, and it's urgent that we take action. So that's really the long and short of what happened in the first round. I make those points and I support it. This one is about, okay, if it's urgent we take action, what action are we taking? And what are the other major parties proposing to take? And how will that work? Right, so that's what we're going to cover today. So first thing, let's just recap on how do we measure action? Well, we 197 nations in Paris in 2015, and I was there, Elizabeth and I in Paris when the day that was signed. They agreed, they signed the Paris Agreement on the climate emergency, and in that agreement, every country, we've ratified it, and we worked on it for that agreement for 20 years. So every country agreed to nationally determine a contributions, that they call it, and that means that they set a target for your country as to what you're going to do to reduce greenhouse gases. And our target, so Mr. Trudeau went away, that was in December, and early in the year, Mr. Trudeau set our target. Well, he chose Stephen Harper's target from the year before, which Mr. Harper being a rigorous environmentalist, of course, you can see that would be a really challenging target, but nonetheless, it is the target. So we told the world that we would reduce the greenhouse gases that we emit as a nation to 30% below what they were in 2005. That's how you do it. You have to pick a year and reference to that, and that's what all the other countries do as well. So that's our target, and it remains our target to this day. Well, did I say, yeah, by 2030? I said 30% below 2005 by 2030. Now, by 2050, the agreement says that the world should be at no net carbon, essentially zero emissions. Any emissions that have to be made should be balanced by some kind of way of sequestering the carbon. So no net carbon by 2050. That's the ultimate target. But in the meantime, by 2030 is a year. 2030 is not very far away, right? No. So it's a pretty strict. Now, but the first thing you got to know, I mean, and the way we got in that, because of course we squandered a lot of years. We didn't do anything. We agreed to a different set of targets in Kyoto, you recall, and Mr. Harper reneged. He pulled this out even after Canadian Parliament voted to do that. He reneged. And we don't want to do that again. So, but even that said and done, if you look at what we have to now, today, we're in an election, but up to now, what we're doing will not get us to 30%